20th February, 9:23 a.m. The Old Bailey Defendant's Antechamber.
Well, I never expected this. Who'd have thought we'd be back here again so soon?
We are on a study tour of Great Britain, with the intention of learning the country's legal practices. In order to research the latest court procedures here, we need as much court experience as possible.
Well, yes, I suppose that's true, but for the person in the dark, it's one and only time in court, and it could be life-changing. In which case, treating it as research may seem a little crass.
When you put it like that, you're quite right.
Good morning!
Ah, Mr. Natsume. Good morning.
Oh, dear. Are you alright? Your eyes are terribly bloodshot.
The early bird catches the worm, as they say here in Britain.
Yes, I've heard that expression.
But I really don't want to catch a worm. So I tried desperately not to wake up early, but I was so worried I couldn't C-H-E-C-H-A-Y-I... Oh god, I spelled that wrong. W-I-N-K.
Dang, bro.
And now I'm absolutely exhausted as a result.
Do all literary people take things so literally?
Thank you for putting your faith in us today, Mr. Natsume.
I wish I had 9 lives! My whole future hangs in the... It's so hard to read these lines. My whole future hangs in the balance! I'm... too terrified to tremble!
Really? Because I can feel tremors in the floor.
I can't do this. I can't take it. Although, locum student Mr. Naruhodo Esquire.
Yes?
I caught a glimpse of the public gallery as I walked by the courtroom. It looked like the opening night at the opera. There were so many people. I had no idea my case was such a notorious affair here in London.
Oh, neither did I. Do you know why that might be, Mr. Sato?
I'm sorry, Mr. Naruhodo, but I have no idea.
So that all-knowing look on your face is just coincidence, then, is it?
Don't hide the truth from me! It's because of T-H-E, capital R, E-A-P-E-R, isn't it?
Lord Van Seeks! Is that right, Mr. Sato?
I purchased as many different newspapers as I could find this morning, and yes, Lord Van Zeeks is on the front page of every one.
I knew it.
Sometime after the prosecutor was dubbed the Reaper of the Bailey, he stopped appearing in court, it seems. It's been several years now, in fact, until the day before yesterday.
Yes, Inspector Gregson told us something similar, didn't he? The trial 2 days ago marked Lord Van Seeks' return to the courtroom after a very long hiatus. A trial of Magnus Gilded. What a harrowing experience that was.
I believe that appearance made even greater waves here in the capitals than today's.
But we wouldn't have realized, of course, having only just arrived in the country.
Why is the Reaper back in the Bailey so soon for what appears to be a mundane murder? That's the question the papers are asking, and they are all speculating various answers.
Mundane? Mundane? It is the most significant song of the century to some of us.
Oh, dear, I meant no offense, Mr. Natsume, but that is how the papers are describing it.
Well, lest we also forget the fact that it could spark an international incident. Obviously, the reappearance of this infamous prosecutor has caught people's attention. But There's another blatant Similarity with the trial 2 days ago.
Yes, I agree.
Welcome, student Mr. Naruhodo Esquire. It's you.
Me? Well, I suppose that's true.
Both times, it is you who stands against this legendary prosecutor. It can only mean that you're friends with the Reaper!
Please, I don't rub shoulders with the Deathbringers.
I'm afraid that there's really only one other explanation. It can only be another example, Mr. Naruhodo, of your uncommon bad luck.
Thanks for that.
Oh, this is just my luck. Why must I be represented by a man with such frail fortune? By the least lucky lawyer alive!
Well, let's not forget that it was you, Miss Natsume, who asked me to represent you. Yes, it's true that I'm just a student, new to London, with little in the way of experience or skills or luck. But I promise you this. I will fight your corner until the bitter end, and I will believe in you, Mr. Natsume.
Oh, benevolent locum student, Mr. Naruhodo Esquire.
You're not alone here with us, Mr. Natsume. Whatever happens, we will always be on your side.
Oh, benevolent non-locum assistant, Mr. Oh God, Miss Mikitoba Esquire. I'm in your debt! And I totally missed that. Forever! I shall never forget this great kindness for as long as I live!
Mr. Natsume, counsel for the defense! The court session is about to begin. Kindly make your way into the courtroom at once.
Alright then, Mr. Natsume, it's time. Let's go.
Yes. Yes!
This is it. My second appearance in the British corner. And my second trial against the Reaper.
Hi, Franklin.
Hello.
I
It's a
hope
party
you're
in here.
Yes. I hope you're watching over me constantly. Because this time, I won't let my faith waver. I'll believe in my client to the last. Just like you believed in me. I believe I can do this now. I'm ready for this fight.
th February, 10 a.m. The Old Bailey courtroom.
Can we judge again?
Sure.
In the name of Her Majesty the Queen, I hereby declare this court to be in session.
Oh,
I call upon the counsels, the prosecution and defense, to declare their willingness to proceed.
The prosecution is fully prepared, my lord.
The defense is ready, my lord.
The Nipponese are a truly fascinating breed.
Whoa, that sounds kind of wrong.
Sorry, what?
That
Get used
sounds
to
like
it,
really
or-
wrong.
You should get used to it.
Lord
Oh,
Strongheart
man.
has told me all about you. You are a student who arrived in London but 2 days ago. A mere amateur.
Do you have a point?
Being a compatriot, you feel compelled to try to help the accused. I suppose typical Nipponese arrogance.
Well, that kind of sucks. Oh my gosh. I knew it was gonna be rude, but not this bad.
Forgive me, but I do not believe arrogance is appropriate description. After all, at our previous encounter, the defendant was found to be innocent.
Very true. And the most fascinating, if dark, trial it was too. The tragic conclusion came later, of course. Here's to the acquitted, and his unfortunate, violent end.
Thank you, Count. I see both sides were in a fine battle. Now, ladies and gentlemen of the jury, are you ready to carry out your duties here in court as impartial members of the public?
We're gonna need some new jurors, or maybe return.
Are they all new?
You'll see.
Some familiar
Hello.
faces.
Hello.
Oh. Small world.
You never know when you might be down on your luck, but I believe in fair play for everyone.
Abraham Lincoln, what are you doing here?
This one's new.
I can do it for now, yeah. Well, I must warn you, I'm rather more ruthless than I appear.
Right on. This one's
Oh,
also new.
basically.
What?
I'm waiting.
Franklin, you should do it. Even though you won't be here for her, I don't think you come very often, but you should just do it just because.
I think that's a no.
No, Franklin.
Preston, just go for it.
I see Franklin, you're unmuted.
Oh.
Oh? Oh?
Buggers. We doing it?
Pause champ?
Seems what you get. I have diesel on the
Oh!
Heck yeah.
Oh, hello.
Oh god damn it.
Yes!
Okay, whose screen is
Impartial.
Right to say, I think it's quite possible that mustached foreigner did the deed.
Oh, man.
Pluto.
Oh?
Huh.
The Popeye references continue.
I like this guy. Someone else want to?
It's either him or no man.
He's a very hard worker kind of guy.
Come on, what are we waiting for? No doubt he did it anyway.
Jasmine, you can still do this.
People in London.
You can only do
Damn, the black flag really did a number on this
Jasmine
country.
can only do the old people. Try Jasmine.
Despite being one of the youngest people in the school.
That's
He's
what I
the
was about
oldest
to say.
person here.
That's okay. I mean, look at Hugo. He's impersonating Joan.
I can do old man as well, as long as they don't like talk over each other or something.
Not really.
Yeah, if no one else wants to go for it, I can go for it.
I'm kind of feeling it.
Can you? I don't know how to be an old.
I
Develop
could-
back pain in your 20s,
I could try it.
like me.
Eh? Sorry, you quite catch I.
Yeah,
But you're also doing the judge
he's
though.
back.
Well, you're doing the judge as well.
Oh, yeah.
So someone else should do the judge.
yeah, you're already an old man.
Alright. I'll stick to judge.
Okay, Jasmine, you get to be old man. Sorry, that's sorry.
Jasmine has been typecast.
I cast this elder.
Congratulations,
Is this
Jasmine,
how,
you're old.
You did
What's his
it.
name?
I'm old.
Oh man.
I have a life.
Very well, let us proceed. The opening statement of your praise. Lord Plan 6.
Very recently, Great Britain signed an alliance with a rising power in the Far East. The accused in the dock today is a student from that same land, a certain Mr. Sosuke Natsume.
Just call me Sosuke.
Maybe it is.
Sosuke,
Yeah.
yeah.
And while our country has extended this foreign student the warmest of our welcomes, regrettably, the kindness has not been returned. In fact, this student is accused of a most sinister act. Hanachi! A plunging a knife into the back of an innocent woman who was doing nothing but walking down the street.
Alright. A knife crime? I'll tell you from bitter experience, those are the worst! Bloody oath they are!
Now we're in Britain.
Just look at the sallow complexion and short stature. He's oh my god, he's one of those
Oh no.
Beast!
Is this the obligatory racism bad trial or?
There's a lot of racist. Well, there's racism everywhere.
Hey, it's context. It's just history.
In context, I'm pretty sure most people in this call don't believe that things are based.
It's okay, this game was made by Japanese people. It's fine.
Oh,
That is true.
Good
That
point,
is true.
actually.
Come on, let's get this over with. With me now, everyone. 1, 2, 3.
Oh no.
Jasmine.
Is he just gonna say the
Nice.
same thing for
Typecast.
every line?
You are the intermission grand.
Search your feelings, you know it's to be true.
That's
Are you there?
Good morning.
Good morning.
Hello.
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 Hello, I hate it here.
What are you talking about? You love it.
Why are there old people in Britain?
There's... Huh?
It is your turn.
Wait, catch a lot.
What? What was that? I couldn't hear you.
Me. Me in the morning.
Pray forgive the discourtesy of smashing my hallowed chalice here in this great chamber.
His chalice.
Consume the chalice.
What just happened?
Oh,
What just happened?
The stand.
Oh god, something like
oh, there we go.
the audio just went very funky. Can you say it again? Because I don't know if they're...
Allow me to call the first witness to the stand.
He broke the stream like he broke that chalice.
Very well. Bailiff, lead the inspector in, please.
Hello there.
Hello.
Your name and occupation, please.
Yes, sir. Tobias Gregson, Detective Inspector at Scotland Yard.
Would you please summarize the events of the case for the court, Inspector?
The victim is thought to be a young woman in her 20s by the name of Olive Green. Really? Olive Green?
I bet your...
No.
Language.
Is anyone just...
Oh, no, it's back.
Yeah, my internet managed to just cut out there. Wow, first time today. That's a new record.
Don't say that, you're gonna make it worse.
Don't jinx yourself.
Say it again.
Okay.
I beg your pardon, Inspector.
You tied too bad.
Yes, having been stabbed in the back by her attacker's knife, the victim fell unconscious.
Oh, by the way, Olive Green's Japanese name is Viridian Green.
Okay, that's kind of cute.
That was 3 days ago now, and she's been comatose ever since.
Stream. What? So they don't even know who she is for sure.
Comatose, I see. But her life is not in danger.
Fortunately for the Eastern students, the charge will not be murder. Pray elaborate on the details, Inspector.
Sir, if I could ask everyone to look at this street map. As I mentioned,
Street?
the incident took place 3 days ago, at around 5 in the afternoon. It happened on the pavement, running alongside Briar Road, a wide thoroughfare for horse-drawn vehicles. It had not long since stopped snowing as the victim, Miss Green, was walking down the street. Out of the blue, she was approached from behind by the accused and stabbed in the back. Luckily, the young lady's life was spared, and she's currently being treated in one of the city's hospitals. Being unconscious as she is, we have been unable to take a statement from her, of course. This is a case file with everything we've known about the victim so far.
Thank you, Inspector. The court will accept the documents as evidence if it prayers.
What of tea we put that was used?
Oh god, it's spreading.
Look what you've done.
He wasn't
Sure.
doing it.
I have that here. It was removed from the victim's back.
They just took it out?
Ouch. That big thing is starting to make me scared to walk down the street now.
That's not a knife.
That's a knife.
With a heavy blade like that, almost anybody would have been able to stab the poor woman.
Even the scraggly-looking Sussex son, I suppose.
A common old garden jackknife, I would say. Rather nondescript.
You know what he did wrong? He didn't have his knife license.
That's legal murder.
You got a license for that? Thank you, Inspector. The court accepts the play as ever. Now then, what do we know the motive? Why was her accomplice, I presume?
From what we can tell by looking at the woman's possessions, it seems like she's a poor student herself. I'd imagine she would have had anything much worth pinching, my lord.
Righty. Well, in that case, we look at some deep-seated resentiment to anything.
I'm afraid I couldn't say. Apart from visiting second-hand bookshops, the defendant, Mr. Natsume, doesn't appear to get out much. At this moment in time, we haven't been able to establish any sort of connection between him and the victim.
Yes! Yes!
Yes!
If theft and grievance had been ruled out as the motive, what reason could Mr. Natsume possibly have had for stabbing the young woman? Yet you arrested the man in spite of that, in a totally unjustified and heavy-handed way.
Objection!
Objection!
What the hell, man?
It's worse than Godot.
Pray forgive the discourtesy of flinging a freshly uncorked bottle into the public gallery.
Oh, my freaking face!
Oh, it's aged.
But your words have soured its hallowed bouquet. For it is you, my learned friend, who's being heavy-handed here.
What?
Scotland Yard does not arrest people without good cause. That should be beyond question. Inspector Gregson, the prosecution calls for your formal testimony. Explain to the court precisely why the constabulary came to arrest him.
Yes, sir.
Mr. Natsume's arrest!
As I said, it was 5 o'clock in the afternoon when the incident occurred, and there was an unusually light fog. Visibility was reasonably good, and there was no one else about but the victim and the accused. Out of the blue, the victim was stabbed from behind and subsequently collapsed on the pavement. The accused ran off, scattering his belongings all over the floor. Those being a number of old books he just bought. He was on his way home from a bookshop, it seems. It was just a matter of working out who the books belonged to. Found a bloke to arrest him.
All books, you say?
Yes, my lord. I have a photograph here of the scene of the crime taken immediately after the incident.
Ah, yes. I can clearly see the box to which you are referring.
Damn, she really just.
She like went sideways.
You just hear the Minecraft like hitting the floor sound like the.
Yeah.
Ding.
My headphones went out. Again.
Oh no.
Is it back? Right?
Yeah, it's back.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I can't see it now.
I will take that photograph and print as evidence, please, Inspector.
Oh, stop.
All of her inventory is like floating on the floor next to her.
Books.
Damn, she was gonna make an enchanting table with that.
You Nipponese are a spineless breed, too cowardly to admit defeat. Denying everything despite overwhelming evidence to the contrary.
Well,
Forgive me, Lord Van Zeeks, but the defendant is not denying everything. Oh my god.
Everything?
Everything, as he puts it.
what are you doing, Miss Susato?
Oh, whoopsies. Wait, did Matthew say it?
No.
No,
I saw some green.
Do go on!
Mr. Natsume has admitted to playing some part in the incident. Isn't that right, Mr. Naruhodo?
Well, now you mention it. When we visited him in the prison yesterday, he did tell us what had all happened.
As I was walking along the cursed pavement, I could make out the sole silhouette of another ahead of me. A woman, wearing a green overcoat, she was, and just as I went to overtake her, she suddenly let out a little scream and collapsed into the cold, hard slabs of stone at my feet. I was terrified. I had to get away
Even
from
the
there.
dust is like the particles when people die in Minecraft.
So I ran, as fast as my legs would carry me back to my cursed lodgings.
Green overcoat.
That's exactly what the woman in that print is wearing.
Oh my! A photographic print in full color! What will the world come up with next?
The defendant has done nothing more than admit he fled the scene of a terrifying incident. That does not mean that he's guilty of the heinous crime of stabbing the woman in the back.
There was nobody else there at the time. Just trois of 10. The victim and the accused. In other words, there is nobody else who could possibly have stabbed the woman. A fact that the accused concedes.
It seems this cross-examination will prove to be pivotal, counsel. Proceed, please.
Yes, my lord. Nothing for it. I have to use this cross-examination to turn the tables here. It's our only chance.
And so here I'm going to stop for today because
Oh.
But if we want to do a Friday session, I am happy to do it.
I might be busy on Friday, but my role is super minor, so.
I will be in the process of moving down to San Diego
Whoa!
on Friday, so...
Congratulations.
Yep, I'm starting the drive tomorrow, and we'll be making it to California by Friday.
I propose to get you boba this weekend.